have to contend with weariness physically. But there's a second thing that I want to lift up, and that is that we must contend with weariness psychologically.
Well,
all right.
Are you with me?
yeah.
Anybody in here ever get brain tired? You ever get to a point where you don't feel like utilizing your brain to think? Somebody comes and asks a question of you, or that requires some calculation and some deep thought, and you just aren't into that at that moment. The mind needs peaceful relief. And that's why you need to go to sleep. You need to be able to give your mind a chance to rest. Because if you keep your mind going all the time, at some point you're going to develop a headache. Somebody in here right now has some Tylenol, some Advil or ibuprofen or some other form of headache relief medicine. And I remember I was watching a little boy one time. He was running around playing. He came in huffing and puffing, and he said to his mother, "I need a Tylenol. My head hurt." There are times when you need that peaceful relief. You need to be able to get away from the hustle and the bustle. You need a chance to relax your mind, have some peace in your mind. That's why people take vacations. One reason why. Anybody in here been on vacation lately? Recently? Anybody planning one? You ought to take a vacation. You need a vacation. Your mind needs to rest. You need peaceful relief in your mind. But you know what else you need in your mind? You need positive reinforcement. You need positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement. That's one reason why Jesus says, when we talk about this matter of resting from your labor and resting of your mind. In Matthew chapter 11, verse 28, Jesus says, "Come unto me, all ye who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest." Where? Unto your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burdens are light. You need positive reinforcement. You need peaceful relief. You need to be able to give both your body and your mind some rest. Some rest. Some rest. But you know what else? The mind needs productive realizations. The mind needs some productive realizations. The mind needs to be able to reflect upon things that you've done that have been worthwhile. Because if you never find some worthwhile things to look at and reflect upon, you'll come to a point where you will be discouraged, depressed, and despondent. I used to hear our saints, the saints of old, praying, and sometimes they say it near the end of their prayers, "Lord, I want to look back and see a well-spent life." You need to be able to have some positive realizations and know that you have done some good in life. But then there's another thing that the mind needs, and that is the mind needs providential reassurance. The mind needs providential reassurance. Why do we need providential reassurance? You need it because there are so many in the world who seek to get you to quit in life. They will try to get you, there are some who sit in the seat of scorners. There are some people who are just constantly critical. And every time you turn around, they're taking the good that you do and talking about it and criticizing it. I did something for somebody not so long ago. Well, I'm going to tell you. I baked a cake and I gave it to a certain person. They cut a slice, ate it, and I know it was a stone good cake. And they said, well, it's all right. I said, we'll see when you get another one. But there are people who don't always want you to get credit for what you do. Are you aware of that? There are people who will criticize you when you're doing well. And there are some people who don't want you to do well because it shows them up for who they are, loafers. That's why they'll call you, oh, you Miss Goody Two Shoes. Because they don't want to be shown up for the laziness that's in them. The mind needs providential reassurance.